Namaha. He Shri Guru Jnana Dadina Bandhu Swananda Data Karunaika Sindhu Vrindavana Sina Hitavatara Prasidha Radha Pranaya Prachara Yuvatinam Yata Yuncha Yuvato Yata Mano Bhiramate Tadvam Mano Bhiramatam Tvai Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. First I offer my Dandavat Pranam at the lotus feet of my dear spiritual master Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Shishimad Shila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. In the same way, I offer my Dandavat Pranam again and again at the lotus feet of Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad, Shri Srimad Shila Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj, Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad, Shri Srimad Shila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. I offer my Dandavat Pranam to Pujapaj Shila Bon Goswami Maharaj. I offer my homage to all of you, the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, and ask you for your causeless blessings. Over the past few days, we've been looking at, Maharaj has been explaining Bhakti Tattva. And so the teachings that he's been presenting are delineated in the second chapter of Sri Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, the chapter on sadhana bhakti. Maharaj has been explaining that through the lens of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's explanations. So one important verse that comes in that second chapter is the definition of sadhana bhakti. What is sadhana bhakti? So why is this so important? If you decide to go on a journey, nowadays you can purchase your flight tickets online. Previously, you'd have to go into a travel agency. If you were to go into a travel agency and you were to ask for a flight ticket, what's the first question they'll ask you? Where do you want to go? So, our acharyas have explained that there's no question of practicing sadhana if we don't know where we're going. And this verse explains it. Kriti sadhya bhavet sadhya bhavasa kriti sadhya bhavet sadhya bhav sasananabhida nitya siddhasya bhavasya prakatyam riddhi sadhyataha. So kriti sadhya, the activities of the senses which aim for the attainment of bhav bhakti. That is known as sadhana. So that leads to another question. Does that mean that bhav bhakti is produced? Is bhav bhakti created from sadhana? If it is, anything that it can be created can also be destroyed. Right? So it would be temporary. So, envisaging that doubt, Srila Rupa Goswami continues, Nitya siddhasya bhavasya prakatyam riddhi sadhyata. That bhav is nitya siddha, it's eternal and it's perfect. It's never created, it's simply manifested in the heart. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, not just Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, all our acharyas have explained following Vedanta an axiom of Vedanta, that perfection is the manifesting of what exists already within the heart, but in an unseen, in an unmanifest form. Marge has been explaining that, and he stressed that in some of his classes yesterday and the day before. So there's an axiom of Vedanta which is found in Sutra 441. Sampadya vidbhavaha svena shabdat. Because of the word svena found in the Chandogya Upanishad in a particular passage, it's very clear in the Vedanta tradition that perfection is the manifesting of the self's true nature and form. It's not something that comes from, not something foreign that comes from outside. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains this very, very nicely. And yesterday Maharaj spoke about the eternal nature of the soul. How the eternal nature of the soul is to be a servant of Sri Krishna with a particular mood of devotion. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is honored with the following pranam mantra. Vande Bhakti Vinodam Shri Gaura Shakti Swarupakam Bhakti Shastragya Samrajam Radha Rasa Sudhanidim. This was composed by Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj. It says here, Bhakti Shastragya Samrajam. He is the emperor of those who know Bhakti Shastra. Just see what level Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is at. Complete understanding of all Shastra. Why? Because he's Gaura Shakti Swarupa. Some people, they question Srila Bhaktivinoda. How can you question Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur? He's Gaura Shakti Swarupakam, Bhakti Shastragya Samrajam, Radha Rasa Sudhanidin. So Srila Jiva Goswami explains in Paramatma Sandarbha Anucheda 19. He says, Swarupa Lakshanam Padmotara Kandadika Manusitya Shri Ramanuja Charya Mata Charya Varenya Paramavridha Shri Vaishnava Sampradaya Guruna Shri Jamatri Muninopadishtam. He explains that the characteristics of the soul, which is a topic Maharaj was explaining yesterday, the characteristics of the soul have been explained by the best, the topmost teacher explaining the teachings of Sri Ramanujacharya, and that's Sri Jamatri Muni. And Srila Jiva Goswami then lists 21 characteristics of the self. These are very, very important. These are our characteristics. Atmana devo nanaro, natiryak stavaro nacha, and so on. 4 verses explaining that we're not a demigod. We are not a human, not an animal, not a plant. We're not the mind. We're not the intellect. We're not simply consciousness. The Advaitins say that we're just consciousness, Brahman. Here it says, Jnana matratmako nacha. No. And then the verses explain what the self is. 21 characteristics. One of them is Swayam Prakasha, self-luminous. Meaning to say that anything in this, like this pen, we can see it only if there's an external illumination, a light to shine on it, and make it visible. But the self shines by her own light. But that light is actually the light of Paramatma. So different characteristics. And then the last characteristic is Sheshatva. Sheshatva means the same thing as eternal servitude to Sri Krishna, with a particular mood of devotion. So some people have said, well, okay, in this list it doesn't directly say bhakti. So does that mean that bhakti is not the nature of the self? In the next verse, so if you look at the original text of Sri Jamatri Muni, it's known as the Adhyatma Chinta. The next verse after that is Evam Samanyata Siddha Nijakaro Utopyaham anader gunamayaya balenaiva tirohita. The self has a perfect form, a spiritual form that is now concealed, balenaiva tirohita, that's concealed by the power of the beginningless anadi gunamayaya. The qualities, the gunas in this world have concealed this perfect form that we each have. So we each have an eternal relationship with Sri Krishna and an eternal perfect form. Right now we're not able to see it because it's concealed. So the practice of bhakti, the practice of Raganuga-bhakti, is awakening what is already present, but in, as Maharaj explained, in a form that is not mature and therefore that is not visible. So, kriti sadhya bhavet sadhya bhav sa sadanabida nitya siddhasya bhavasya prakatyam ridi sadhyata. Sadhana bhakti aims towards awakening that bhav bhakti, meaning that eternal relationship with Krishna that we have present within the construction of the self. So our eternal form, our eternal relationship with Krishna is already, forms already part of who we are. So our Param Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj, said it's like rain that falls during the Swati Nakshatra. So during Swati Nakshatra, a special moment in time, when rain falls on different objects, it creates different magical results. So if raindrops during that nakshatra fall on the head of an elephant, it creates gaja mukta, a pearl that's found on the head of an elephant. If it falls on the hoof of a cow, it creates a pigment known as gorochana. If it falls on an oyster, what does it create? Pearls. If it falls on the hood of a serpent, it creates a jewel, a luminous jewel on the hood of a serpent. So the same water falls on different objects, different things, and it creates different magical results. In the same way, the grace of a Vaishnava falling on each of us will awaken a particular relationship that is our own. In other words, there are two things that are important: inherence and bestowal. Bestowal is the mercy of the Vaishnavas. Without that, it's impossible. But also there is something within every single jiva that is inherent. So bestowal and inherence. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives the example of a magnet. He says Krishna is all attractive. Maharaj was explaining in Sanskrit in Yoga Mandir the meaning of, or perhaps it was here in the temple, the meaning of the Mahamantra. What does Krishna mean? Krishna attracts everyone's heart. So Krishna is like a magnet, right? That attracts everyone. Now, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, for iron to be attracted to a magnet, there is the power of the magnet, but there must be something in the iron also. Now, whatever is present in the iron that makes it naturally attracted to the magnet, there are some conditions. If the iron is rusty, it won't be attracted to the magnet. If the iron is at a distance from the magnet, it won't be attracted. So it's what's known as a dispositional property of the soul. The rust on the iron is like all of our anarthas, ignorance, everything that's covering us and causing us to forget Sri Krishna. The distance is when we've turned our face away from the service of Guru and Vaishnavas and Krishna. But if those conditions come about, right? If the mercy of a Vaishnava is present in our life, if through sadhana bhakti, the rust that is covering us is removed, automatically we'll become attracted to Sri Krishna. So there is an element of inherence and an element of grace or bestowal, both of those. This is why Maharaj explained yesterday that everything has a particular quality. Like ice, like water has liquidity and it flows downstream. Certain conditions can change that. So water can become solid under low temperature, but it's not the natural state. And so our natural state is to be an eternal servant of Krishna within a specific relationship with Krishna. There are conditions that can cover that or can pervert that, change that. But as soon as we are in our natural condition, we receive the grace of a Vaishnava, then automatically the natural disposition of the self manifests, and the eternal form that Sri Jamatri Muni explains is concealed, manifests. And the practice for attaining that is sadhana bhakti. Vanchakalpa tarubhyascha kripa sindhuvya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo.
Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshuntam Jena Tasmai Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikāya Sadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Vancha Kalvataruvascha Kripa Sindhu Evacha Vitanam Bhavanebho Vaishnave Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurati Sena Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Sri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So continue. We also discussed about bhakti. And so again I also to remind and repeat this word. This bhakti, this word should be only applied towards Krishna. Krishna bhakti. And Krishna bhakti and also those who are related with Krishna also. Krishna sambandha bhakti. And allow Guru bhakti, Krishna bhakti, these were there. But mainly this bhakti, this word applied towards Krishna. Krishna bhakti janmamul hoy sadhu sangha. Then the root cause of Krishna bhakti, that is called with the association of sadhu. Sadhu sangha. Then, so sadhu sangha is very important. Without sadhu sangha, Krishna bhakti will not manifest in our heart. If you say, I have, so why not manifest? You cannot say this. So sadhu sangha is very important. So Krishna bhakti janma mool hoy sadhu sangha. And also 5 types of bhakti sangha. We first explain 64 types of bhakti sangha. What the way? Adu Guru Pradasra, Diksha, Siksha, Visram, Veno, Guru, Seva. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Srila Rupa Goswami Pad explained, there are 60 limbs of bhakti. No, 64. Chosad Bhakti Anga. How many? 64 limbs of bhakti. Adu Shraddha, Tato Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya. Then Prahlad Maharaj explained there are 9 limbs of bhakti also. What is it called? Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Achanam Bandhandasa, Sakha Atma Nivedanam. 9 limbs of bhakti. Then Chaitanya Charitamrita again also explained 5 types of limbs of bhakti. Sadhu Sangha, Nam Sankirtan, Bhagavad Sravan, Mutrabhas or Srimurti Shraddha Sevan. Sadhu Sangha, Nam Sankirtan. Already associated sadhu and chant holy names, Nam Sankirtan with the sadhu. Everything is what? Sadhu Sangha, this is common. Sadhu Sangha, Nam Sankirtan, Bhagavad Sravan. You have to listen Srimad Bhagavatam with Sadhu Sangha, with the association of sadhu. So Sadhu Sangha, Nam Sankirtan, Bhagavad Sravan, Mathurabhas. Mathurabhas means if you stay in Braj, Brajamandal, don't stay alone in Braj. Otherwise, Mayadevi will come and you will lose everything. So with the association with sadhu, you have to stay in Brajamandal. Mathurabhas means Mathur Mandal, that is called Braj. Istan Braje Tadanuragi Jananugami Kalangnay Dakhlamitopadi Swasaram. Goswami Pad quoted these bars, the nectar of instruction. Tannama Rupacharitadi Sukritananu Smrito Kaminarasana Manasi Nijajjo Tistan Braje Tadanuragi Jananugami Kalangnayat Akilam Ittopadi Swasaram. Prabhu Goswami Pad explained, this is my neck, all the essence of my nectar. Or the essence all of my nectar. Chant Krishna's sweet names. Tannamo Rupacharitadi Sukritanam Smrito. Always chant Krishna's sweet names. Madhur Nam. That name related with Krishna's sweet amorous pastimes. Understand? Tannamo Rupacharitadi. These things. Shri Krishna Gopala Hare Mukunda Govinda He Nanda Kishora Krishna Ha Sri Jasoda Tanaya Prasida Sri Vallavi Jivana Radhikesa Shri Krishna Gopala Hare Mukunda Govinda He Nanda Kishora Krishna Ha Sri Jasoda Tanaya Prasida Sri Vallavi Jivana Radhikesa Sri Krishna Gopala Hare Mukunda Govinda He Nanda Kishora Krishna Ha Sri Jasoda Tanaya Prasida Sri Vallavi Jivana Radhikesa Shri Krishna Gopala Hare Mukunda Govinda He Nanda Kishora Krishna Ha Sri Jasoda Tanaya Prasida Sri Vallavi Jivana Radhikesa. Bhagavatamritam Sanatana Goswami Pad recited these words very nicely. And Krishna's all sweet names. And this. Our Bhaktivinoda Thakur also sang this song also. What is that? Every day we are singing. What is that? जय जय श्याम सुंदर मदन मोहन वृंदावन चंद्र जय जय राधे गोविंद जय राधे गोविंद जय जय श्याम सुंदर मदन मोहन वृंदावन चंद्र जय जय श्याम सुंदर जय जय राधा रमन रस बिहारी श्री गोकुलानंद जय जय राधा रमन जय जय रासेश्वरी विनोदिनी भानुकुल चंद्र जय जय रासेश्वरी विनोदिनी भानुकुल जय जय ललिता विशाखा सती जय 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 शिरूप मंजरी रति मंजरी आनंद जय जय शिरूप मंजरी जय जय पूर्णमासी जोग माया जत विराविंद जय जय पूर्णमासी जोग माया जय जय राधे गोविंद जय राधे गोविंद जय जय राधे गोविंद जय राधे गोविंद Good. Very nice, sweet Krishna's names also there. And that name also related with Krishna's sweet amorous pastimes. Jai Jai Radhi Govinda Jaya Govinda. Govinda Tidi Govinda. Krishna gives pleasure to all the gopis. And for this regard, his name is called Govinda. So Radhi Govinda Jaya. Radhi Govinda. Jai Jai Syama Sundar. His name is called Syam Sundar. Sweet name. Jai Jai Syama Sundar. Jai Jai Syama Sundar. Madan Mohan. And in his last dance, Krishna is called Madan Mohan. Intoxicated. He defeated the Madan, Cupid. Understand? For this regard, he is called Madan Mohan. Or Srimati Radhika, she is called Madan Mohan Mohini. Very nice katha is there. So Jai Jai Syama Sundar Madan Mohan Vrindavana Chandra is the moon of Vrindavan. Vrindavan Chandra. Jai Jai Syama Sundar Madan Mohan Vrindavan. Jai Jai Radha Raman. He is always playing with Srimati Radhika. Jai Jai Syama Sundar Madan Mohan Vrindavan. Jai Jai Radha Raman Rasa-bihari. Rasa-bihari means always he is playing Ras with the gopis. His name is called Rasa-bihari. And Srimati Radhika, she is called Raseshvari. Raseshvari, she is supreme controller of the Ras. Krishna is called Rasa-bihari, performing Ras dance with the gopis and playing the different. Srimati Radhika, she is the supreme controller. So what this regard, her name is called Raseshvari. Jai Jai Raseshvari. Jai Jai Syama Sundar Madan Mohan Vrindavana Chandra. Jai Jai Radha Raman Rasa-bihari Sri Gokulananda. His name is Gokul, Gokulananda, Gokula Ananda. And he gives pleasure of all the residents of Gokul. And Gokul. Go means gopis. Kul means samudai. And all. So Krishna, he gives pleasure and in ras dance with the gopis. So for this regard, his name is called Gokula Ananda. And Gokula Chandra. And this sweet name. Jai Jai Raseshvari Vinodini. Srimati Radhika, she is called Raseshvari. Vinodini, her name is called Vinodini, Radha Vinodini. And give pleasure to. And Lalita Visakhadi Jata Sakhi Vinda. And Sirupa Manjari Rati Manjari Ananga. Ananga Manjari. And Rupa Manjari, Ananga Manjari, all that. So all these names is the sweet name. And so now coming in this way. Tistan Britanam Rupujidadi Sukritanam Smito, Kramena Rasana Monosi Nijaju. Step by step, you consent your mind with Krishna's sweet name, form, Lila, and everything. When Tannam Rupujidadi Smito, Kramena Rasana Monosi Nijaju. Tistan Braje. Always stay in Braj, Vrindavan. If physically not possible to stay in Vrindavan, but you have to stay in Vrindavan with your mind. This is very important. Because everybody cannot stay in Vrindavan physically. But always you stay in Vrindavan with your mind. How will you stay in Vrindavan with your mind? Remembering sweet pastime Lila Katha. Krishna Lila Katha. And Bhaktivedanta Sai Maharaj told, I am not staying in New York. Always I am staying in Vrindavan. This is the process. Those who are high class, exalted devotees of Lord, Harinam, Hari Katha, they absorb. And in this way they stay in Vrindavan. So saying in this way, Itthaṁ Urvuchi Sukradhan Smitur, Convent or Sani Nijo, Tistan Braje, and Atad Anuragi. Anuragi, those who are always absorbed with Krishna Nam, Rup, Gun, Lila Katha. Tadanuragi, always associated. Tadanuragi, Jananugami, and the follow the footsteps of Nitya Siddha Brajavasi. Those who are the eternal associate of Krishna. Actually, this is and Braj Raganuga-bhakti is here starting here. Rago Anuga, Raganuga. And couple days we also discuss those who are the eternal associate of Krishna, Krishna Nitya Parikar. They are in their hearts spontaneous love and affection with Krishna. So they are called Ragatmik Jan. What is called? Ragatmik Jan. It is called Nitya Siddha Parikar. Understand it? And always remember, they are not Jiva Tattva. They are called which Tattva? Parikar Tattva. Remember, Jiva Tattva and Parikar Tattva. Jiva Tattva, those Jivas are manifested from Krishna's Jiva Shakti, marginal potency, Vivinangsa potency. So Jiva Tattva, Parikar, they manifested Krishna's and Sarup Shakti and internal potency, Antaranga Shakti. Or that Antaranga Shakti that is called Srimati Radhika. And Srimati Radhika says also she is called the pleasure potency of Krishna. Krishna ke hladai nam hladini. Ananda. Is Ananda. And Srimati Radhika, she always staying with Krishna. And Jatra Jatra Radha, Tatra Tatra Krishna. Jatra Jatra Krishna, Tatra Tatra Radha. Prema Mai Radha, Prema Mai Krishna. This thing. Radha Krishna, Jivane Marane, Radham. In my life, I don't want anything. In my death, in my life, always is Srimati Radha and Krishna. That is the process. So now coming in this way, the iste also and couple days also discussed those who are the eternal associate of Krishna, Krishna Nitya Parikar. There are two symptoms. One is called iste sarasika raga or paramavishtata. According to the Ras mellows, that's the Sakha, Vatsalya, Madhurya, they absorb with Krishna. And as like Rakta Patrak in Vrindavan, And they are called dasara seva. They absorb. And they are thinking we are the servant of Nanda Maharaj and serve to Krishna. And that is called dasaras. The sakharas, Subal Sridham. And we are the friend of Krishna. And that's the sakha. Vatsalya, parental mood, Nanda Jasoda. And our Madhurya mood, sweetness mood, gopis. Radha, Lila, all that. Only 24 hours absorbed. So iste sarasika are paramavishtata, absorbed with others. 1 second they never forget to Krishna. This is the process. If the 1 second they separate from Krishna, they cannot tolerate their life. Jugaita nivesanam sukhasa pabrishaitam sunnaitam jagata sarvam govindam virahe nome. Mahaprabhu recited the verse successfully. And 1 second they cannot separate from Krishna. Or is separate, they cannot tolerate. And this is that. So now coming in this way, Nitya Siddha Brajavasis. Those that of Krishna. So one who perform bhajan and sadhan and thinking, I will get the sprinkle mood of the Brajavasi. This types of greed will come. Now coming because we discuss about Raganuga-bhakti, another name is called Lobhasura. Greed. Krishna bhakti rasa-bihari jati jadi kriyotang kutopi labbate tatrapi lullu mullang janma kati sukritana labbate. If you see one's heart full of this braj prem, just to pay your greed, no dollars, no euro, Colones. What will pay? Greed. What is the greed? I want to listen this katha. Madhurya, I want to listen this. Then your greed will come. If you listen, then greed will come. Mundane people, they are giving many advertise. Understand? Why? Do you know why they are giving? Many advertise put in the wall, in TV, showing, and same thing again and again, they are showing to people. Why? Because greed, create the greed and impress their mind. Understand? Shoes advertise, or what is called cloth advertise, different are the paraphernalia, advertise or not? Again and again, same reel going. Why? Because if you again and again see, then your impress calm your mind. Then you will buy. This is the first, this is the thing. This is a business policy. Business policy or not? Advertise. $1,000 they are spending for the advertise. Because your impress will come. And because company, every time companies are very, what is it called? Different, they also manifest. Competition market. Understand? One day, another, then another day. So we different thousand companies. So for this regard, they also giving different so advertisement, impress the people. And in this, why I am saying, because this is called the impressions will come, sanskar. And if you listen Hari Katha, then your impression will come in your heart. Oh, how Mother Jasoda she bind to Krishna, Bal Gopal. And if you listen this Katha, then these types of greed will come. I will also serve to Krishna under guidance of Mother Jasoda. Vatsala Bhav will come. And if you listen Krishna's Sakha's sweet pastimes, then your greed will come. they will serve to Krishna under guidance of Subal Sridham. And Itthaṁ satāṁ brahma-sukhānubhūtyā dasangatanang paradaivatenam maya-sritanang naradarakenam saddhaṁ vejaho kritapunna-punya. A nice, beautiful this sloka. And Sakaras. Look at this. And how Subal Sridham, they are praying with Krishna. Sometimes they grabbed on the shoulder of Krishna. Kandi chade. Sometimes, Subal Sridham, they were seated on the back of Krishna. And sometimes Subal Sridham also they, what is it called? On the shoulder and carrying. Kandi chade kandi. Sometimes they are giving their own remnants to Krishna. Look this, Sakkava. Friendship. So much intimacy. Madhumangal, he brought one rasagulla. Very nice video rasagulla. Told to Krishna. Hey Krishna, take this. Krishna, will you feed me? Okay, you close your eyes. So Krishna closed his eyes. Then all the sakhas, they ate all the rasagulla. Then one flower put in the mouth of Krishna. Then Krishna opened his eyes. Hey, you did not give me rasgulla, you gave me flowers. How's the rasgulla? Look at this. Then Subal Sridham, they told, oh, one demon came. He ate everything. Then when Krishna heard the name of demon, then Krishna became very enthusiastic. Where is the demon? I have to kill the demon. Tell to them, what is the name of the demon? What is the name of the demon? Do you know? Lobhasura. Lobhasura. That the name of the demon name, greed. Lobhasura. Then Krishna thinks, hey, tell. So where is he now? That time all the Sakatu, they had Lobhasura. He is hiding. Where is hiding? Well, in our stomach. Have you taken it? Look. These types of Lila. Sakkaras. The same. Itthaṁ satāṁ brahma-sukhānubhūtyā dasangatanang paradaivatenam maya-sritanang naradarakenam saddhaṁ vejaho kritapunna-punya. Sukadeva Goswami Pad told to Parikshit Maharaj, hey Maharaj Parikshit, listen. How Subal Sridham, how they are great fortune. Kritapunna-punya. And how they are great fortune. In this way, they also laughing, joking, and playing with Krishna. Once, Durvasa Rishi, he came in Raman-reti, in Vrindavan, where Krishna is playing with his friends. That is called Raman-reti. Two Raman-retis. One is called Raman-reti Gokul, and another Raman-reti in Vrindavan. Two Raman-retis. So, Krishna, he is playing with his friend Subal Sridham. Or Durvasa Rishi came. Durvasa saw how is the beautiful form of Krishna. Sweet. So Durvasa Rishi, he was sitting on the bank of the Jamuna river and watching Krishna's very beautiful form. How Krishna he is playing. He is for Brahma Bhagavan. Now he is acting the role as a human being. Lila Kaivalam, playing with his friends. Then in the meantime, Subal Sridham, they told Krishna, you defeat. Krishna told, no, you defeat. Now all these friends, they also quarreling to each other. Who defeat or who win? Who give the judgment? Because both are saying, Krishna saying, no, I win. Subal Sitam, no, you defeat. Okay. So who is giving that when the Krishna, oh, Subal Sitam, look, here is one sadhu here. Sadhu will give neutral decision, the judge. So Subal, Krishna, he came in front of Durvasa Rishi. Krishna asked to Durvasa Rishi, hey sadhu, you tell to us, who defeat or who win? Okay. But Durvasa Rishi did not speak anymore. But looking just Krishna's beautiful form. Itthaṁ satāṁ brahma-sukhānubhūtyā dassang gatanang paradaivatena maya sitanang naradara kena sadhang vijahu krita punna punya. So Durvasa Rishi just he was looking Krishna's beautiful form and sweet words. Krishna's katha is, Krishna's words is very sweet. And adharang madhurang nayanang madhurang gamanang madhurang chalitang madhurang hasitang madhurang madhuradhipate akhilang madhuram. Krishna's all the activities are very sweet. Adharang madhuram. How very nice, beautiful. Krishna's adhar. Adhar, understand? And that is called very nice, beautiful. Lower lips and upper lips. Okay. Adharang madhurang. Nayanang madhuram. How is Krishna very nice, beautiful, attractive eyes. So adharang madhurang. Nayanang madhuram. Chalitang madhurang. Gamitang madhurang. Balitang madhuram. Even Krishna speaks very sweet words. Everything is what? Madhuram, madhuram, madhuram. Sweet. So Durvasa Rishi, just he was looking Krishna's beautiful form. But Krishna asked to Durvasa Rishi, hey sadhu, why not giving the judgment? Why do you want to say? Why do you want to give the answer? You are not blind because you open your eyes. Durvasa is just one. You are not deaf. Tell to me. But Durvasa Rishi, just he was looking the beautiful form of Krishna. Look this. Then Krishna become very angry. Then Krishna seated on the lap of Durvasa Rishi and hold his big beard and moving this way. Tell sadhu who win or who defeat. But Durvasa Rishi was look this, Lila. Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead and Brahma. Or Brahma. Brahma, Shiva, Narada, those are high class exalted devotees. In their meditation, then sometimes Krishna meditates, sometimes Krishna manifests, sometimes not. And now Krishna directly seated on the lap of Durvasa Rishi. Look this. This type of Sakkara Suguna Itthaṁ satāṁ brahma-sukhānubhūtyā dassang gatanang paradaivatena maya sitanang naradara kena sadhang vijahu krita punna punya. Very nice, beautiful explanation. Just a little bit tell to you. Sakkara. Vatsalara's mother Jashoda, Nanda Maharaj. How the nourishment to Krishna. Mata Mari putra bhabe kare lalana palan. My mother, she is thinking, I am her completely what? Innocent baby. Nourishment, this way. Sometimes Mother Jashoda chastised to Krishna. Namami saram Satchidananda Rupam Lasad Kundalam Gopule Vrajamanam Jashoda Bhiyolo Khalabdabamanam Paramrishtamotam Tata Drutta Gopam Rudantang Amurnetram Jugmamrijantam Karambuja jugmeno satankanetram muhursa sakampa Vivekantakanta Hitagai Badamo Dharan Bhakti Badam Namami Saram Sachidananda Rupa Lasatmutara You know, this is called Dambandhan Lila. Very nice, beautiful this katha also. Srimad Bhagavatam Sukadeva Goswami Pada explained. And also Padma Puranam, Sattabrata Muni recited this. And Stuti also. Namami Saranam Sachidananda Rupam. Krishna is afraid from Mother Yashoda. Because Krishna, he committed 2 offenses. How many? 2 offenses. What is that? First, he broke the butter pot. Or secondly, he took all the butter and throwing and feeding the crows and monkeys. You know this thing? For this Mother Yashoda chastised to Krishna, and Krishna is running. Krishna afraid from Mother Yashoda. Everybody afraid from Jam Maharaj. Or Jam Maharaj is afraid from Krishna. And now Krishna is afraid from Mother Yashoda. And he was running. And no cloth in his body also. But only small cloth and in his waist. Look this. Baby is running. And Mother Yashoda also chasing behind her. Tatadruta Guppa. Krishna is running and Mother Yashoda also chasing behind her. But Mother Yashoda running faster. Then caught Krishna's back. Paramavishtata. And this way. Left hand, Mother Yashoda caught Krishna's back. And Mother Yashoda, I beat you. Then Krishna saying, no, don't beat me, Mother. Baby is very clever, very quick, and also Krishna wrapped in the thigh of Mother Yashoda, as like snake, no? This way. And cry. Baby is very clever. And start to cry. Balanam, Rudanam, Balam. And say, Mother, don't. And acting the role also this way. And he also rubbed his eyes. Tears are not coming. But by force, Krishna also rubbing his eyes. Just Mother Yashoda, 1 hour before, put the kajal, in the eyes of Krishna. Kajal, understand? Black. And now Krishna by force rubbing. And that time all the kajal black is here. And Krishna is very blackish, and now the black also will come. And he acting this role also after shedding tears. This way. And crying loudly also. Rudantam muhur netra jugma mrijantam. Rudanta, Krishna is crying loudly. Because Krishna, he knows, if I not cry, Mother will beat me. So it is better to cry. So if your baby is crying, Mother, she will beat or not. So Krishna is very clever. Rudanta muhur netra. And crying. And taking that deep breathe. Look this. Nice picture coming or not? Rudanta muhurnetra jukma mrijantam. Jukma mrijantam. With his hands and again and again also rubbing his eye. Jukma mrijantam karambuja jugmeno shatanka netram. Muhur sasakam pasti dekanka kanto. Very nice, beautiful picture coming, Krishna. This is called the Lila. And this types of Lila. Vatsala Bhav. Sometimes Krishna, Nanda Maharaj is saying, Krishna, bring my shoes. Baby Krishna cannot and pulls at the shoes. Just 1 or 2 inch lifted, then falling down. Maybe Nanda Maharaj shoes or his what? Fall in his own body. Krishna lay down, then Nanda Maharaj shoes falling down on his body. Sometimes Krishna also holding and taking the shoes of Nanda Maharaj on his head. Look this. Brahma, Shiva, Narada, all the high class elevated Vaishnavas. And the stops Stuti to Krishna. And now Krishna is carrying the shoes of Nanda Maharaj on his head. Shrutima Pari, Smitima Tari. Bharata Manne. Aham yang Nandan Bandi. Jasalinde para Brahma. This sloka is Shrutima Tari, Smitima Pari. Bhar Bhavavyab Shrutima Tari, Smitima. Let's say forget this sloka. Aham yang Nandan Bandi. I pray to obeisances in the lotus feet of Nanda Maharaj. Because in his courtiers, Krishna is doing these types of Lila. Understand? Sometimes Krishna, he used to come in the Gosala of Nanda Maharaj. Cow said. Then there is so many cow urine and also cow dung. Krishna cannot walk. Then Krishna's feet slipped. And Krishna falling down. Understand? Then Krishna's whole body completely what? Contaminated with the cow dung and cow urine. And Krishna running in these types of Lila is going on. So saying Sutima Pare, Sutima Tari, Misimiti Matari. Some people also following the rules and regulations of Vedas, Upanishad, Sutima Tari is Mitva. Bharatamanne, some person also following the Mahabharatam. But Aham yang Nanda Bandi. But I will already pay my obeisances to the lotus feet of Nanda Maharaj. Why? Because in his courtiers, Krishna, Parabrahma, is rolling down in the urine of cows. Look this. These types of Lila is going on. Krishna realizes. Vatsala Bhav, what kinds of parental moods in the heart of Nanda and Jashoda. Then Madhurya-bhakti coming. One of Bhav is there. Dasa Sakha, Vatsala. Then Madhurya-bhakti. And gopis, Priyajadi man kari kare vatsan, Vedastuti hoite mor, Hare mor. Krishna says, where my beloved gopis? They use many harsh words. Then I am very happy. I am not happy the substitute of Brahmaji. Govindam adi purusam tamahang bhajami. Govindam adi purusam tamahang bhajami. Govindam adi purusam tamahang bhajami. Issara parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradi Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. Who is reciting these words? Brahmaji, Brahma Samhita. Brahmaji is called Dasarasa Bhakta. Who is reciting Govinda Adi Purush. Any Brajavasi will say, hey Krishna, you are Adi Purush Bhagavan. No. Try to understand. Understand? So, and gopis, they also have it chastised to Krishna also. Priyajadi, when gopis, they become very angry man, and that time they have it chastised to Krishna. Madhava, Madhava Jahi, Madhava Map Badak Kaitava. And Gita Govinda. Madhav, hey Krishna, get out from our kunja. Mahavada Kaitava, we don't want to listen your any flattering words. Mahavada Kaitava, Kaitava means flattering words. Mahavada Kaitava, Madhava Madhava Jai, Mahavada Kaitava. Get out our kunja. What kinds of Lila is going on? Krishna is doing this Lila. Smarakarala Kandanam, Mama Sirasi Mandanam, Dehitva Pada Pallava Mudaram. And Seva Kunjaya. You listen this Lila? Look this, Seva. Smarakarala Kandanam, Mama Sirasi Mandanam. When Srimati Radhika she did man, and Krishna is coming in the kunja of Srimati Radhika and try to break her man. Then Krishna offered his flute, his peacock feather, everything is on the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. Smaragar Khandanam Mama Sirasi Mandanam. Now I am paying my obeisances unto your lotus feet. But still Srimati Radhika she did not give up her man. Then what saying? Dehi tava pada pallava mudaram. Hey Radhe, you also, what is it called? Put your feet on my head. Look this. This word who can say? Sitadevi cannot say. Sitadevi, you know, Ramchandra's consort. Sitadevi cannot say this word. Even the Rukmini Satyabhama in Dwarka, they cannot say this. Ramchandra cannot say these words. Or he has Krishna, what he is saying? Dehi tava pada pallava mudaram. Hey Radhe, just to step your feet on my head. Look there. Ramchandra will say this word? Impossible. Ramchandra is Kshatriya Sabhav. Understand? Or here Krishna, Rasik Sekar Krishna. Jatkinchit tilage, Jatkinkrisu Vosu Kolukaku Vani, Nittang Parsa Sikhanda Moli, Jassa Gada Rasanidhi Visavanu Jaya, Tatkali Kunji Bhavanangana, Marjanisha. Jatkinkrisu Vosu, when Srimati Radhika she did man and close her kunja door of the kunja. Then Krishna is coming. And outside of the kunja, who is sit? Lalita, Visakha or Manjari said. Then Krishna holding their lotus feet. Please allow to me to take darshan to Srimati Radhika lotus feet. So he is saying, no, this time it is not possible. Get out! So Jat Kinkurasi Bhusu Kolu Kaku Vani Nittang Parasapursa Sikhanda Mauli Jassa Kadar Sanidhi Visavanu Jaya Tatkali Kunje Bhavanangana Marjini Sham. Prabhupada Sutta explain this. So what kinds of Lila is it? Madhurya-rasa. Madhava Madhava Jai. Madhava Ma Bada Kaitava. Get out. Krishna is crying and crying. Krishna also wrapped his nose in the doorways of the kunja. Just no one this. This types of Lila is going on this. So what? Why? Because this is the prema, where is the love. What kinds of love? In the heart of the Braj gopis. For this regard, Uddhava, he recited 6 verses and glorified the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. Asamo charnaranum jusamo sam Vrindavane kimabi gulmo lato siddhinam ja dusta jasajana arjo patancha hitva bhejur mukunda padvi shruti bhi bimriggam. Look like any slokas is there. Understand it? Brahmar Geet. The stuti of Uddhava. Uddhava is praying again and again. Look at this. He mastriyo banachari vichara dushta Krishna kachasa Paramatma rura bhava Chad bangchanti Munaya vayancha Kim Brahma Janma Bhira ananta katha rasas. Kema striyo banachari bebichara dusta. Krishna ka chaisa paramatma ruda bhava. Vanchanti jad vivo bhava vivo munaya vayancha. King brahma janma vira ananta katha rasas. Very nice, beautiful this sloka. And Uddhava decided, who are saying? The gopis, they are very lower. And gopis prema is the highest. Kema striyo banachari bebichara dusta. Krishna ka chaisa paramatma ruda bhava. What kinds of prema in the heart of the Braj gopis? Try to understand. Shraddha, sadhusanga, bhajana kriya, anartare, nistha, ruchi, asakti, bhav and prem. Then prem, another stage. Sneha, man, pranay, rag, anurag, bhav, mahabhav, ruda, udhira, mohan and madhanakka mahabhav. Look, understand. This madhanakka mahabhav only manifested in the heart of Srimati Radhika. So in Kema striyo banachari bevichara dusta Krishna ko chaisa paramatma ruda bhava vanchanti jad vivo bhavavyo munaya vayancha. King brahma janma rivila ananta katha rasas. If you have no taste, listen this katha, pastimes of the gopis with Krishna. Then your life was useless. What is saying with this? Maybe your question will come, I am not qualified. How will you? Then coming in this way, rag bhakti, lobhamaya bhakti, lobh is not depend on any qualification. Lobha lobhotpatti ka karanam. Vishwanath Chakravarti Padi film, greed is the cause of the greed. Lobha lobhotpatti karanam. Greed can manifest anybody's heart. Why do? When you greed will come, that time you are not thinking, I am qualified or unqualified. That is because real greed will come. Here those explained, Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad, Ragbhartma Chandrika. Just give an example. One very poor boy, young boy, and is completely what? Illiterate. Illiterate, murkha. Penniless. But one day, that poor boy, he saw a beautiful princess. Then his greed is coming. Oh, I have to marry with her. As she will marry or not? Princess? What do you think? Very difficult, Okay, they're thinking. But this poor boy, he is not thinking that princess will marry or not. But greed coming. Greed not depend on his own qualifications. I am qualified or not. Why? Understand? Greed. So greed coming in your heart. Why not? She will marry or not, that's it, her and conception, vichar. But greed coming, that poor boy thinking, I will marry. Why not?
He's ready.
Tell one very nice, beautiful story. I finished also. Greed. Lobhotpatti karanam. There was one boy. It's completely what? Stupid. Fool boy. Police. So he was sitting on the top of the branch of the tree. And he was cutting there the branches. And sitting this side and cutting the branches. He's not thinking, when I finish the cutting the branches, I will fall down. Then I will die. How is this? Completely foolish. In the meantime, some panditas, they are passing through the way. And that panditas were searching the most foolish person and will also make the marriage ceremony with the princess. Because the background is coming in this way. There was one princess. she was very proud of her knowledge. Understand? And she defeated to all the Panditas. Then Panditas become very angry. She took vow, if anybody to defeat to me, then I will marry. And I will marry. So, if any Pandita is coming and speaking, then she is very intelligent. Understand? As I Sundar Gopal. Very. Okay. So, thinking, okay. So, Panditas become very angry. So, Pandita thinking, oh, she is very proud her knowledge. Okay. We will be arrange her marriage ceremony with very also most foolish person. Then she will realize. Okay. So for this we have Pandita, they are searching and with the most foolish person. Then he saw that boy, he was sitting on the branch of the tree and cutting that tree. Look how is foolish. So the Pandita think, oh, hey, the Pandita, hey, why you are sitting on the branch of the tree? You don't know? Come now, come. That time that boy, he also coming down. That time Pandita asked, hey, do you want to marry with sweet one princess? That boy is surprised, how possible? But he is not thinking, but spontaneous, of course, why not? Listen, that boy, he told, why not? But he is not thinking that that princess will marry with me or not. He is not looking his own qualifications. Look, the Raganuga-bhakti is also this. Raganuga-bhakti is not looking his own qualifications. Here Vishwanath Chakravarti explains, if one thing is thinking I am qualified or unqualified, these types of conception is coming, that time he is not qualified to practice Raganuga-bhakti. Very clearly explains. Shastra Yukti Apikhakan. Lobhotpatto. Not looking any conception. I am qualified or unqualified. Not looking inside. So now the story is coming now. What happened? That was the Pandita told, hey, listen, come here. Come with us. Then Pandita also very nicely dressed to him because he is poor and maybe his cloth is what? Very torn and many holes. They did. But nowadays, rich people, they are like that cloth, which have many holes. Look at this. If poor people and wearing that cloth which have many holes, I think everyone, hey, you are no. Or if the rich person wearing the cloth and many holes, that means, oh, this is his style. Look this. What is it called? Are in the market, what do you know also? Fashion. Oh, this is fashion. Poor people and wearing the cloth, they say, oh, he's poor. Chalo. Are you a rich people? This is and that cloth is very expensive. This is true or wrong? That cloth is very expensive.
Half the cloth, double the price.
Understand? That cloth, you know better than me. Understand? And also this cloth here and falling down this way when he's walking, and that cloth also fluffing. Here, my back at it. Oh my God. Even in a plane, everywhere we're going looking. Oh my God, what is this? And people thinking, oh, he's he's a rich person. This is the Kali Yuga. Okay, now coming in this way. That boy, and Panditas also, and cleaning his body, understand, with food, soap, and cleaning, and showering. Maybe he's poor boy, maybe completely what? What is called? Those who are staying in the street, homeless. and maybe 3-4 days, 7 days not taking bath. Then Pandita clean his body with the soap, many perfume, and put the cloth, very nice cloth. Not this thrown cloth, what is called that cloth. And Pandita told, hey, listen, come with us, you will marry with very nice, beautiful princess. And the poor boy is very happy. And he's not thinking, I am qualified or unqualified. He's coming. But Pandita told to us, listen, when princess will ask any questions, you should not speak. Just to, what will say, you raise your hands, you raise your fingers, what will say? This is enough. And that boy is okay. So now, Panditas came in front of the princess, who was very learned and scholar. Then Pandita told, no, this boy, and world famous Pandita. If you defeat to her, then we'll see your qualifications. Then princess, okay, we have to talk with, but what this Pandita, this boy, the Pandit boy, this boy not speaking. He's with his indicates, and indicates. He will be speaking. Okay. So princess sit here and this boy sit here. And so princess thinking, okay, indicates me. So princess she raised one finger. That means Eko Brahma. Lord is one. Brahma is one. Eko Brahma Dityo Nasti. So princess she raised one finger. And then this boy and Pandita sitting that side and saying, hey, you raise your two fingers. Then that boy also, he raised two fingers. That time princess asked, what is the meaning? Then Pandita explained, hey princess, you are saying, Eko Brahma Ditya Nasti. But this boy, Panditas, this boy, he is saying, no, Brahma and Brahma's Shakti. For this guy, he raised two fingers. Shakti is Shaktiman. Understand? Then princess, oh, he's... then princess, okay. Then Panditas, they also very nicely arranged her marriage ceremony with this boy. Great Pandit, okay. So now coming in this way, and that poor boy, he does not, he never see that the nice bed, very soft bed. Understand? Not there's a big palace, and he was looking, oh my God, what is this? What is this? We can surprise. In his life, and he did not see these types of palace, these types of activity. After marriage ceremony, and then princess and their boy sleeping in one bed. And India people, they are use the mosquito net. You know mosquito net? Here people not using. But Indian people, they use the mosquito net. Understand? But that poor boy, he does not, he never use also mosquito. He is completely homeless. Homeless people, where will put the mosquito net? That's what we saw there. Just sleeping and taking one box, his head under the box, and others outside. I'm looking, oh my God. Why they putting the his head under the box? Two reasons. Mosquito is not making sound, or another wind to protect the wind. Two reasons. Otherwise, mosquito making cannot sleep. So for this regard, the homeless people, I saw yesterday. I saw.
In the river also people taking bath.
I said, so this boy, he does not know. But princess, she also put this mosquito net, and very nice this way. Midnight, this boy wakes up, and then he thinking, what is this? One house inside another house. This mosquito net, this boy is thinking, This is another house. Oh my God. He wakes up, then thinking he have to come out, but he does not know where is the door. You understand? Where is the door of the mosquito net? You are running, they are thinking, oh my God. He could not find it. Then he thinking, maybe door is the up. Door will be up or not? Not possible. Door should be this way. But he thinking maybe door in the roof. So he also had jumping. 2-3 times he was jumping, but he could not find out the door in the up. Then he fell down in the body of the princess. And princess, hey, what are you doing? But I am looking where the door. Are it door? Mosquito is door. So I am looking the door, maybe door in the up. Then princess saying, oh, maybe last night he is not complete sleep, so maybe his brain is not. Okay, he's all right. Yeah? Then after few minutes, then in that the courtiers and some camels, they are making sound, and that time that the boy he's thinking, I am not ordinary person, and understand? Sometimes those who are full person, foolish, they have some also abhiman, egos. He's thinking, I will speak Sanskrit words. He's thinking, in Sanskrit word, there is Sanskrit word, there is a camel Sanskrit word that is called ustra. What is called? Ustra. Sanskrit word. Camel. Then he's saying, in the meantime, the camels are making sound. Then princess, she asks, why these camels are making sound? Then this, he's saying he cannot proper pronunciation. He's saying utra. Ustra, Sanskrit word. But he's saying, what is he saying? Uttara. What is the uttara? Then princess says, Are ustra. But she cannot do it. Uttara. What is the uttara? Then princess realized, oh, this is called completely what? Foolish boy. Then princess Rajkumari kicked out from her palace. What is her name? You do know? His name is Kalidasa. He is thinking, oh, I have to commit suicide. And understand, that boy, he came on the bank of the river, and he then think, I have to commit suicide. Then he saw, and in the evening time, the people, they also taking water from the clay pot and put one stone. But they again putting that the clay pot on the stone, that stone also are making the on mark and grading. That time that boy, he is thinking, look, this clay pot just touch the stone, the clay pot will be crushed. And now keeping in that the stone, and stone also making the hole. So that's why he is thinking, why I will not and practice and sadhan and of my knowledge. And then that boy, he also practiced sadhan. And he prayed to Devi Saraswati, who is the presiding deity of the knowledge. Understand? So by the causeless mercy of Devi Saraswati, who is the presiding deity of knowledge, Saraswati, and he became great and poet. His name is called Kalidasa, Mahakavi Kalidasa. Look this thing, later it will come. This is life history. Understand? If you read, and also English available, Meghdut, Sakuntala, Kumar Shambhav, and very high class separation mode is there. As the Hamsadut and Kalidasa, he wrote one grantha. His name is called Meghdut. As like Rup Goswami Pad, he wrote this grantha that is called Hamsadut. Or Kalidasa, he wrote this grantha Meghdut. Very nice, beautiful separation mode. How one lover and beloved send their message to each other when they feeling separation to it. Understand? That is called Meghdut. Our Upa Goswami Pad, he wrote this grantha that is called Hamsadut. Many also his grantha is there. So just I also explain, greed not depend on your qualification. Why I am saying this katha is story. Greed not depend on you. Here this Vishwanath Chakraborty Pad explain. Krishna Priya Sajatya. If you listen this katha, Hari Katha, then your greed will come. Yeah, I have to serve Krishna under guidance of Nanda Jasoda or Subal Siddham or Radha Lalita Abhishek. This greed will. Or if you think I am not qualified, so you are not and practice Raganuga-bhakti. Raganuga-bhakti, this is greed. Lobho lobhotputte karanam. Greed is the cause of the greed. Why? There are no reason. Just listen katha, then your greed will come. Rag Bhartma Chandrika Grantha, Vishwanath Chakraborty Pad explained this way. Always remember, greed not depend on any reason. And if the reason will come, then you are not qualified to practice Raganuga-bhakti. So this is the process. Just bhav madhurya. You listen katha, then your greed will come. How Nanda Jasoda, they serve to Krishna with their parental mode, Vatsalya bhav. So I will serve to Krishna under guidance of Nanda Jasoda. I am qualified or unqualified? Not looking. I will serve to Krishna under guidance of Srimati Radhika. Radha Anugattamai Seva. I serve to Srimati Radhika under guidance of Rupa Manjari, Rati Manjari, etc. I am qualified or unqualified? And I should not inquire. This is the thing. So saying it this way, Lobha Utpatti Karana. So how do this? When you listen katha, then your greed will come. Or if you not never listen, so how will your greed will come? So greed depends on. So for this regard, Shastra saying Lila Katha Nisevanam. Raganuga-bhakti is one thing that is called ment visual and smaran. Smaran paddhati. Smaran remembrance. What the remembrance? Listen the pastimes of Krishna. Lila Katha Nisevanam. This is very important. If you not listen Krishna Lila Katha, how possible greed will come? Tell to me. So always give intents to listen Lila Katha. But you will try to understand. And only you listen Lila Katha, but you don't know any Tattva Siddhanta, then you will become Sahajiya. Aham-upasana will come. Aham-upasana. I am Lalita. I am Radha. Or I am Nanda, Jasoda. This is called Aham-upasana will come. Advaitavad will come. So need is what? Tattva Siddhanta. Jiva Tattva means is what? To serve to Krishna and Braj under guidance. Anugattamai Seva. Vaishnava Dharma's another name is called Anugatta Dharma, not Satanta Dharma. You understand? Maybe not. Vaishnava Dharma's another name is called Anugattamai Dharma. We'll practice everything under guidance of Vaishnava. Under guidance of Guru and Krishna. The Anugattamai. Satantramai Seva not possible. I'll tell you more. Listen. And those are eternal associated Krishna, Krishna Nitya Parikar. And they served to Krishna There are two kinds of service. There is called Nikartama Seva. They serve to Krishna or Srimati Radhika very close. That is called Nikartama Seva. As like Lolita, Visakha, Rupa Manjari, their service that is very close to Krishna or close to Srimati Radhika. Understand? That is called Nikartama Seva. Nikartama, very close. Or another, their service is Satantramai Seva. And today, what kinds of Lila manifest, they will decide. Who? Lita, Visakha, Radha, they will decide. They today will manifest this Lila. Understand it? What kinds of Lila you do? I tell you one katha, very sweet katha also in Vraja. Once, Krishna in Vrindavan and Nandagaon. And one Krishna told his Sibol Siddham Sakhas, come with us. They came in Vraja and they told, and hey, Brahmanas, Brajavasi, everybody come tomorrow, come in Nandagaon and take prasad. Understand? Okay. So next day, early in the morning, all the Brahmanas, they came in the house of Nanda Maharaj. 100 Brahmanas, they are coming in the place of Nanda Maharaj. Mother Jasodasi wake up early in the morning. In her courtiers, many Brahmanas. Then Mother Jasodasi asked, hey Brahmanas, why you have come here? Why you have come here? Are you your son, Krishna? He came in our house and give the invitation to take prasad. So we have come. 3 days we did not take prasadam because we know Mother Jasodasi cooks very nice, delicious prasad. So for this regard, 3 days we did not eat anything in our house because we will go. If our stomach is full, and so we cannot eat Mother Jasodasi very nice, beautiful prasad. For this regard, 3 days we did not eat. 3 days just to eat, drink the water mixed with salt. If you mix with salt, then too much also. Hungerness will come. Because they are thinking, for this regard, 3 days we do not eat. Then Mother Jasodasi asked to Krishna, hey Krishna, you gave invitation to the Brahmanas. Yes, because I am thinking, my Graha Nakhatras is coming. So, Mom, you will also feed to the Brahmanas. Then Krishna told, why did not tell to me before? Then Brahmana is coming. Then Mother Jasodasi very quickly cooked and feed the thousand and Brahmanas. Vrindavan Vihari Lal. Just as you explained, if you listen this katha, then your greed will come. Yeah, I also serve to Brajavasis and Brahmanas under guidance of Mother Jasoda. So when you listen this katha, then your greed will come. Seva Bhakti will come. And our Madhurya katha is a little bit higher. I'm not telling later. These are Vatsal katha. Lila. So for this regard, Shastra is saying, Raganuga-bhakti is actually that is called Lila katha Nisivanam. And Tattva Siddhanta also. And don't forget to enter in Tattva Siddhanta. Siddhanta bole chitte laite na karo alas jahai te Krishna lage sudhura manas. Vrindavan Vihari Lal ki Jai Jai Sri Gaur Premanand. Every day we listen new story or not? Radha Rani ki Jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Okay. Govinda Bala Hari Gopala Bolo. Govinda Bala Ramana Hari Govinda Bolo. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Prema. Jai Jai Shri Radha.